Been spending a fair amount of time with our good old friend Dr. Internet because I wanted to dig a bit deeper in the anatomy of the glutes. Initially, I thought that since the discomfort was coming from an area covered by the glute maximus, that muscle was the one affected. But then I looked under that on a chart, obviously, and I saw that there is another muscle which is called the piriformis, which seems to be linked with a sensation of deep glute discomfort or even pain. The piriformis seems to be a hip rotator, and I don't really know exactly how I managed to piece it off. Maybe it's something that manifested itself with the front squats, but it's also possible, and I think it's reasonable because when I looked back at my form on front squats, I couldn't really see anything wrong. Really, it's possible that there was something lingering with it before, and then things got a bit escalated by the front squats because the load was a bit higher. There is a chance that during my vacation, while I was doing walking lunges as well as more explosive endeavors like volleyball and football, something that I'm not really used to doing, that muscle at some point got strained or progressively sustained enough damage that it wasn't able to recover from, and it ended up in a bit of a tear, which doesn't really feel that bad. But I do get a sensation of discomfort when I feel like a stretch is happening in that area. So definitely there is a small tear there that I need to look after. So I started doing some work that directly targets that area, doing some clamshells before my workout and trying to get a bit of a pump in there, so the blood flow should hopefully help with the recovery. During this particular session, I didn't really feel any discomfort because I was doing exercises that weren't really targeting that in a deep hip flexion. So even from here, I was doing some different jumping variation from a box because I wanted to remove that counter swinging motion with my arms that I cannot avoid when I'm doing jumps from a standstill. And even in this position of relative hip flexion, I wasn't really feeling any discomfort there. So it's more when I get into a deeper flexion and that tissue starts to be stretched. Now I am also thinking about doing small changes to my program. I would like to reintroduce normal deadlifts just to see how the situation is with my tendon behind my right knee. So a couple more things will have to change, and I have to look at that from more of a Tetris perspective because I want to keep my sessions nice and relatively short. So I wouldn't want to really do more than 5 exercises. Ideally would be 4. So a couple of exercises for the upper body and 1 or 2 for the lower, with some isolation thrown in as the cherry on top. Also was looking at introducing some upright rows with dumbbells just to give a bit of variation to the glute raises. Ciao.